What's up, everybody? This is your girl Ashley. I am posting up a video, or I posted up a video earlier when I was on my way to work. And this video was about, this video that I'm going to do now, I did tell you guys I was going to do a video on friendship and relationships, being able to, it's okay to move on. So, that's what this video is going to be about. Knowing that it's okay to move on. Talking about this situation is very, very therapeutic for me. It's because I really haven't been able to go through something like this. And it is kind of hard for me to, allow people to understand what I'm going through and to show you how much, certain things can affect a person. So I know a lot of people have, if you have my Facebook or Twitter, have noticed that, I post a lot of things compared to me moving on and, just self-motivation because of a situation that I am currently going through. And that's why I feel like I can come and talk to you guys about it, is because it's something that I actually, currently going through now. The situation is, okay, a lot of my friends do know this. My close friends know. There was a guy that I've known for a very long time, on and off. Let me just say that, on and off. So to be fair, I've known him on and off. I never really noticed him. He's not the type of guy that I would normally go for. So that made it even more special, I grew to like him. When we were younger, I didn't really notice him like that. When we got older, I want to say about almost 2 years ago, he basically came on to me. After, we started talking and getting to know each other a little bit more, I say that we were in a bubble, a big bubble. And everything was going great. Everything was going fine. And, I just thought that we were inseparable. Like, nothing could take my happiness away. Like, this is the first time I ever was happy, like, with a guy. Like, just being in his presence. Just, hearing him speak. Girls, y'all know how y'all are. And men, too. You know how you girls are. I just felt like nothing would ever go wrong. And, a lot of things that I shared with him were kind of personal. And that made me, grow closer to him, because he made it as, how they say they have an open door policy at work. He made it easy for me to come and talk to him. But on certain things, I just felt like if I'm really, really going through something personal, I just felt like the support wasn't really there. Even though you can talk somebody through something, it's that emotional, it's the words that you say, how you talk that person through it, is what was missing. But all that changed, you have school, your career paths. Sometimes that stuff can get stressful. Me personally, just being honest with myself, I can't say that I was pressuring him into a relationship. But the way that we was going was like, okay, we're destined for a relationship anyway. Like, everything was perfect. Everything was just great. And then all of a sudden, he changed. So when he started changing, I started to get scared, like, oh my gosh, maybe he's not going to like me anymore, he's giving me basically the cold shoulder. And with that being said, it's just like, what am I to do? Like, how can I make the situation better? So I started panicking, like, do you still feel the same way? I started making it seem like we have to be in a relationship. Like, it's because I thought that was the only type of security I can get from him. Even though we were friends, I say once you establish a friendship with a person and then you go beyond a friendship, like, it's hard to go back to being just friends. If you guys know what I'm saying, it's hard to be just friends with that one person. So his thing was, maybe we need to slow it down, become friends and build up to a relationship. But my thing is, you can say one thing, but your actions show differently. I didn't feel like we were slowing down. I felt like he was giving me the cold shoulder. So I'm like, you know, if our friendship is not going to work, us trying to get into a relationship is not going to work either. But me, the person that I am, when I love somebody or I care for someone, I care and I love really hard. Like, I never hid anything from him. I was always upfront and honest. But he just felt like, you know, this is not going to work anymore. Basically, I mean, I don't understand where all of it came from. It's because to me, like, I just feel like when you care so much for somebody, you can't just go back into being just their friend. Like, there's other things that come with just being friends. And if you're not ready to make that step, just like he was not ready to go into a relationship with me, for whatever reason, he stated that he didn't want to rush into another relationship. You know, he wanted to be best friends with the person that he gets into a relationship, you know, next, which is perfectly fine. But my thing is, with you wanting to be in a relationship with your best friend, you know, many people, you know, as far as my parents, you know, you don't really know that person until you're actually with that person. Like, you're going to constantly keep finding out things about a person. And I feel like if you're not willing to open up to me when I ask you, you know, tell me some more about yourself. Why don't you tell me this, you know, something emotional about you? If you're not willing to open up to me like that, how can we establish some type of connection? How can we, you know, be on the verge of becoming best friends or whatever you want to call it? So my thing is, how much more of a person can you learn? Like, how much more from me can you learn if you're not willing to open up to me? One thing we did agree upon in a relationship, there's two factors, communication and trust. In the first beginning, yeah, I had trust issues because, you know, of the previous relationship that I was in. But soon, I couldn't hold that against him if he never gave me a reason to not trust him. So trust was not an issue. It just came to communication. Now, everybody knows I do talk a lot. I will give him that. I do talk a lot. But I talk about 1,000,001 things. If I am talking to you and you can't seem to come up with 1, 2, maybe 3 things to say out of everything that I'm saying, then, like, that's not me. That's you. That's you that don't want to communicate. And then your response is, you talk so much, I don't feel like saying it. Okay, then you don't feel like conversating with me. So my thing is, what am I to do? Like, we never had this problem before, and all of a sudden it's a problem when we try to communicate. Like, I just don't understand that. It just hurts. Like, when you're wanting something so bad, and you see the potential, you see the faith in you and that other person, and they don't seem to see it. It's like, what do you do? Like, do you move on, or do you keep fighting for what you believe in? Like, I've always thought of fighting for what I believe in. Like, and his reaction is, you know, actually, I don't feel this is gonna happen no more as far as in a relationship. And I'm like, where is all this coming from? Like, I just don't understand it. And when I asked a simple question of, well, how are your feelings? What are your feelings for me? And the thing that really kind of hurt me was, your feelings are not there no more. Like, they basically disappeared. So I'm like, what do I do now? I guess I have no choice but to move on. And, you know, when you decide that, it's like there's no more going back. Like, I think that's why I kept fighting so hard, because I'm like, I'm not trying to go back later on down the line. We establish a friendship and then it starts growing. Like, I'm not willing to get my heart hurt again, is what I'm trying to say. Like, to me, I just feel like it's either you have me or you don't. It's because you can't possibly go back to being perfectly friends after you've crossed the friendship line. And, you know, you have more feelings than just being friends. Like, to me, that's hard. That's so hard. Like, you just can't do that. And if I feel like I couldn't do it, I felt like I was in the wrong is because he would get mad and say, you know, I just don't understand why you can't just be my friend. But my thing is, you cannot just be somebody's friend when you have more than friend feelings for that person. I mean, if you guys think differently, please let me know. It's because I don't feel like I should. That's like me saying, oh, Ashley, go jump in this 7 feet of water hoping that I can swim. I'm not going to get into something that I know I can't do. And if I'm forced to do it and I jump into this water and I drown, I failed. Like, I'm not willing to be your friend if I don't think that I can just be your friend. So, I mean, I felt like it was not okay to not be his friend. I felt like I had to be his friend, so I would try. My thing is, I've always tried in every situation that I've ever been in. I don't want to go through life with regrets or anything like that, but I can, honest to God, say that I tried everything that I had in my power to keep us together, or, you know, everything working right, and it just didn't work. Like, and I'm like, you know, Lord, is this me that I'm having a problem with? Like, if he doesn't know what he wants, then, you know, allow me to see that. Because, I mean, but when I brought that up, his thing was, I know what I want. I want to be in a relationship with somebody I call my best friend. Okay, well, my thing is, good luck finding that best friend, is because if you're not willing to open up because you're such a private person, you're not going to find that best friend. To me, I feel like I'm the closest thing that can happen, because not all females are like me. Not all females are going to be upfront and tell you like it is. They're not always going to be trusting. And my thing is, when you give your heart to someone, that's on a whole different level. It's not just saying, oh, I like you. You know, I have feelings for you. Like, when you give your heart to somebody, that person that's receiving that should not take it lightly. And, like, I've had hard days where I'll just sit and cry and be like, I wonder why this didn't work. Or what else could I have done to make the situation better? Like, I have my moments where I'm like, okay, you know, I'm fine, time to move on, you know, next. But then I have those days where I'm like looking back like, you know, he's honestly a great person. You know, I had fun with him. Like, we might have not done much, but I loved being in his presence. I loved talking to him. And I just feel like I'm not going to get that back, is because, like, being friends right now, it's just not going to happen. It's because my heart is hurt and it's broken. Like, I can't be somebody's friend that has done that to me. And as more and more as hard as I try, like, I try to get up the confidence to say, okay, actually, you know, you can do this. But in reality, you need that time to grieve. You need that time to, you know, look at the situation and say, hey, you know, you can do this. You can get over this. But I'm human. I'm going to cry. I'm not going to like you. I'm going to like you. Like, I'm have all these different types of emotions. You can't blame me because I'm human. Like, everybody, just because, you know, something didn't work out, don't mean like, hey, I don't care, you know, blah, blah, blah. It don't matter to me. Like, you can't be like that. If your heart is hurt, that's going to take time to heal. And sometimes I used to be like, I'm going to just be mean to him so he can see how much he's hurt me. But that's not the answer. Like, it's not. Like, you just got to find it in yourself to move on. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Like, move on from the situation and know that it's okay to move on. Is because if I don't, I'm going to continuously be in this little whirlpool going around. Oh, I really miss him. You know, I really can't do it without him. I have to talk to him is because he's the only one that I've ever, you know, shared my heart with. No, just like I did it with him, I can do it with someone else and know that it's okay. Right now, I seem very strong about the situation. After I make this video, I don't know how I'm going to feel. I might just go in my room and cry. Like, it's because I'm still hurt. I'm still hurt from the situation. I wish we could have worked out. We still could, but once you tell me that you have no feelings for me, that's like saying that you don't like me. And then his response is, I still care. I care for my dogs. Like, I care for the old poor man that's on the side of the street because he has no money, no car, no place to live, and have no job. But that doesn't change anything. So I'm like, you know, I'm to the point where I don't want your care. Like, I feel like you didn't try. I feel like he didn't try. I'm saying in this video like I'm talking to him. I feel like he didn't try in the situation as hard as I did. Like, and when I told him, I don't think you care about me as much as I care about you. You know, he kind of felt a certain way about that. But my thing is true. If you felt the same way that I felt about you or him, we would not be in this predicament right now. We would still try 100% on each side to make things work. And I'm a firm believer in that. But, I mean, certain things just don't work out. And if you both feel like it just won't work out, like, still to this day, like, I try to not say this, but I'm like, you know, things are always changing in a person's life. And once that person has your heart, they always will have your heart. A piece of them will always be there. Like, it'll hurt me to not talk to him. But I'm like, I got to find it somewhere, somehow, to, like, get over it. And that's what I'm trying to deal with now. But it's like, when you don't call that person, you know, to see how that person is, it just makes it seem like you just don't care about that person. And that's how I feel. I feel like sometimes now you just don't care. Like, if you care like you say you do, why won't you hit me up? Why do I have to hit you up all the time? You know, if you don't feel like talking on the phone, let me know that. But at least I know that you're still thinking about me, that you still care about me. Hit me up. Like, just like I hit you up, hit me up. But, I mean, everybody's going through it. Everybody's going through it, you know. And a lot of people is like, Ashley, you know, you're a very beautiful girl. You know, you have a good head on your shoulders. You know, it will be impossible to say that you can't find another man. But, you know, I don't care if not Wesley Snipes, because he ain't all that to me. But Morris, Chestnut, Tyrese, Tank can come up to me, and I used to say, I don't care if they came up to me, but if that one person has my heart, they will always have my heart. I don't care about no Tank, no Tyrese, because they don't have my heart. They don't know me like this person knows me. So, I mean, sometimes things, they just don't work out at that specific time. And if that person is not ready, and I'm learning a lot of things about myself right now. I know I can be very needy. I know I can be a spoiled brat. Like, I know that I'm a brat, period. But, I mean, it takes that one person that is going to take out the time to understand who you are. And it's going to take out the time to say, look, I'll help you. I'll be there with you from the start to the end. And I just feel like many times he just gave up. Like, he just gave up on me. And I never, ever once gave up on him. I've always said, well, I think it can work. I'm not giving up. I think it can work. Like, I never gave up. But once you tell me that you have no more feeling for me, then that, to me, I feel like that's over. So, I mean, I just say keep pushing forward. You know, I had a lot of friends. It's like, you know, actually I'm going through the same exact thing. You know, and I just felt like I just needed to make this video. It's therapeutic for me to talk about it. And hopefully it'll help somebody else out to say, you know, you got to keep pushing forward. It's going to hurt. You're going to cry. It's okay to cry. You know, the other night I cried out loud. And it helped me. It really helped me at the time. I got kind of scared, like frightened, like I can actually hear myself cry. Like, I'm like, you know, actually, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And, you know, there's certain things that'll bring that person up. You know, I was looking at Red Tails the other night, and it made me think of him. It made me think of my dad. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that, you know, you hear that song on the radio that'll make you think of that person that has your heart. And it's just like, man, you know, I really want to talk to that person. I really want to be around that person. But if that person don't really want to be around you and they don't really want to talk to you, then they're not going to call you. And they're not going to hit you up and say, hey, let's go out somewhere or something like that. And that's what I'm realizing. If you don't hit me up, that means you don't want to be around me. You don't want to talk to me. I'm not going to always be that person to be hitting a person up. Like, I'm not. But this video is already long as it is, and I'm not trying to prolong it. But I just wanted to say that to get, you know, encouragement and to encourage those. So everybody keep me in your prayers, because everybody knows how it is to live life with a broken heart. You know, I pray about it, And that's basically all that I can do. Pray about it and move on. So, I mean, till next time, if you guys have any questions, any concerns, anything like that, I sound like I'm on the phone at work. You know, just hit me up. If you have my email address, hit me on my email. If you have my Twitter, follow me at AshleyAmaze87. My Tumblr, you can hit me on my Tumblr. And you can also private message me on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, or YouTube. So until next time, you guys, I'll holla.